Hello. Hi, Harold. Hi, Jensen. Welcome back. So it's Friday, so tomorrow is weekend already. Aren't you excited? Okay, so let's come back to our signs. Okay, let me see. I think Joanna should be joining soon, I hope. Okay, let us just do a recap while we wait for her. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap. We have learned about animals. Okay, we focus specifically on birds on the first lesson. Okay, and then after that, we focus specifically on snail yesterday. All right, so we learned about all the habitats, where they live, and what kind of body features they have onto the adaptation to the local environment as well. How do they change to adapt into the local environment? So today we're going to learn everything about all the types of animal and the local habitats. Okay, if I have time, I'll show you a little bit more on the um, okay, octopus, squid, because all these are very unique because they can camouflage. Okay, if I have time, I'll show you some video on all the animals that can camouflage and how fast they can camouflage. Can they camouflage only the colors or they can camouflage together with the texture? How does it look like? Okay, so all right, so let me share with you a video about the bird. Actually, this is the first lesson I want to share with you, but I didn't have time the last two lessons, so I'm going to share with you now.
Flying brings following challenges and requirements for an organism. An organism should have wings. Organism's body should be strong to face air resistance. Organisms should be able to change direction easily while flying at high speed. And an organism should have minimum possible weight. Let's see how birds overcome these challenges and fulfill the requirement of flying. Birds' bodies is streamline shaped, which help in reducing air resistance and thus saves lot of energy. Generally animals have four limbs such as people, dog, monkey etc., but in case of birds, forelimbs are modified into wings which gave them flying power. Birds' bones are hollow and light, which reduces weight and help them fly efficiently. Bird's chest part is made of strong muscles which help in bearing high wind pressure during fast flying. Similar to fish, tail of the birds helps in controlling the direction and helps in taking turns even at high speed. In addition, instead of teeth, birds have beak which help them selectively pick insects and grains from mixture. A mature bird can fly easily when there is any danger, but newborn birds cannot. Birds have adapted to this situation by hopping. Birds can move, run on land, and on branches and stay away from danger. Birds have binocular vision. At a time, they can see in two different directions. This ability helps them identify their prey as well as of any danger.
Shopee 66 sudah mari. Penghantaran percuma kami kasih. Tawaran hebat mesti beli.
Shopee 66 jualan hebat sudah mari. Mulai sekarang hingga 6 Jun. Jom beli.
Okay, so welcome, Joanne. Finally, you're here. All right, so this is what we have learned previously all about birds. Today, what we want to learn is about the animal and their habitats. All right, so Joanne, you missed out a little bit just now. So we learned everything about birds already. So we also learned everything about snails yesterday. Today we're gonna learn all the sorts of animals and the different habitats. All right. Okay.
The place which is an animal's natural home, the environment which suits it well, is called its habitat. It provides the animal with food, water, and shelter. That is,
So,
everything it needs to survive.
so animal habitat generally based on a few things. Okay, it's always the food, the water, and the shelter. So it also depends on what kind of animal, what kind of body. So like places that they stay, which is cold, then they will generally be fatter, white. And when they are generally staying in the hot countries, they are generally skinnier and they have more powerful legs in general, and they are generally brown. Okay, so this is how the animal actually adapt into the environment.
For example, a tiger's natural home or habitat is the forest. But we see tigers in the zoo and in the circus. A zoo or circus is not the tiger's natural habitat. We will not see the same kinds of plants and animals all over the world. Cities form one kind of habitat. Forests and grasslands are habitats.
Okay, just to recap, what it means by habitat. Habitat is the place where they stay. In simple words, home. Okay, habitat is where they stay, so it can be depends on what kind of animal they stay in different place. Some of it they like to stay at a mountain, like the mountain goats. All right, some of them they like to stay in the forest because the trees protect them. Some of them they like to stay in the desert, like camels, because they can store water onto their body. And some obviously they like to go into the sea because they have lots of plankton in the sea. Okay, it can be grass, it can be cold ice places. So these are the different types of habitats, which means where they stay.
So are mountains and deserts, and the freezing lands around the poles. There are freshwater habitats in ponds, rivers, and lakes, and saltwater habitats in seas and oceans. Different animals live under different conditions. A camel lives comfortably in the hot desert. A polar bear is very happy living in the freezing cold climate of the North Pole. Adaptation. Over millions of years, animals have evolved to survive in their own habitats. But if a habitat changes due to decreased or excess rainfall,
So you'll notice a very special thing is that the colors. When they are living in mountain area, mountain generally the soil is brown. So that's why the kind of animals is generally brown color as well. Like polar bear, they live in cold places. Their background is ice, which is white. So their body is also white. Isn't it amazing? So different places where they live, they have different kind of colors in general.
each animal must adapt to the new environment. Many times, if the animal is unable to adapt quickly enough, it finds it difficult to survive. The ability of living things to suitably adjust themselves to their environment is called adaptation. It is because living things can adapt themselves to different environments. We have such a wide variety of flora and fauna all over the earth.
Alright, so this is pretty much like how animal adapt themselves into different kind of habitat. Alright, okay, besides that, okay, let's go here, let's read some words first before I share you another one more video on how the animals camouflage. Do you understand what it means by camouflage? Camouflage means that they actually change themselves to look a little bit like that environment. So you can't tell it's like Hey, where's the tiger? I can't see the tiger. Okay, so later we'll play some games on that. Okay, let's read this. Okay, Jensen, can you read the first paragraph?
Some plants, some animals eat other animals. Animals live in a habitat where they can find food. There is a woodland habitat. Rabbits, dogs, and swine eat plants. Fox, owls, and owls eat other animals.
Okay, very good. Okay, so some animals eat plants, some animals eat other animals. What do we call those animals that eat plants? Who knows? Okay, so let me type in the chat. Basically, there's 3 types of animals. One type of animals is called herbivore. Okay, the other one is called carnivore. The other type is called omnivore. Okay, herbivore is like, okay, how you remember is that this herbivore is like, got energy or not? No energy, what do you think they're gonna eat? What do you think they're gonna eat? Okay, who thinks? Okay, let me stop share. Who thinks that herbivore eat plants? You give me a thumbs up. Who thinks herbivore eat animals? You give me a clap, clap, clap. Who thinks herbivore eat everything? Yay! Heart shape. Okay, what do you think? Herbivore. Herbivore. Is it a plant? Thumbs up. Is it a animals, which is clap clap, or is it everything, which is a heart? Very good. Yes. Herbivore, no energy, right? So they only eat plants. Easy. Herbivore. So they are eating plants. All right. Well, carnivore. Carnivore. What do you think? Same thing. If you think eat plants, give me a thumbs up. If you think eat animal, give me a clap clap. If you think eat everything, give me a heart. Okay, good. He's like, he's like, want to kill you, right? So carnivore. You remember? If you don't remember, what is it? Remember teacher Sherry's face. All right. So carnivore is animals. Well, omnivore. Okay, omnivore. You remember my face like this. Everything I also eat. So that is why omnivore is everything. Okay, it eats plants as well as animals. Easy to understand now? Easy to remember?
Omnivore is chicken.
Right, chicken eat both. They eat worms, which is animals. They also do eat plants like corns. Very good. Chicken is omnivore. Human?
Human also eats
Omnivore. What kind of animal is carnivore?
tiger, lion,
Tiger, lion. Okay, what kind of
cow,
herbivore? Herbivore. What kind of animal is that?
rabbit,
Rabbit. Yeah, kind of. They eat grass and stuff. Yes, that's very good. Okay, let's go back to the topic. So some animals eat plants and some animals eat other animals, which is either you call it herbivore or you call it carnivore. Animals must live in a habitat where they can find food. So here is a woodland habitat. Okay, so here's a woodland habitat. Okay, because got wood, got lake, got garden, got mountain. So we have lots of animals here. We have from rabbits, ducks, swans, okay, which eat plants. Okay, so what is this rabbit, duck, and swan? What do we call it? What kind of animal? Awesome. Where fox, hawks, and owls eat other animals, what do we call?
Herbivore.
Very good. So hawk and owl, who can fly faster?
Eagle.
I forgot the video we showed you. The video, remember the hawk can fly 400 kilometers per hour, faster than your car 4 times, remember? That's hawk. That's hawk. Hawk is the smaller size of eagle. That's why it can fly faster. Okay, it looks like eagle, but it's small mini eagle like that. Okay. Okay, so Joanna already answered me. Excuse me. Joanna already answered me 3 other animals that only eat plants and 3 other animals that eat animals. Can I have Harold and Jensen to answer me as well? Okay, Harold and Jensen, you can turn on the mic to answer me or you can type in the chat. Okay, I need 3 examples of okay, let's just type in the chat. 3 examples of herbivore animals. Okay, type in the chat. Joanna, type as well, just to make sure your spelling is correct. Please type 3 examples of the herbivores. Why no one type in the chat? Okay. All right, good. I see answer coming in. Awesome. Harold cheated. Harold took the example on top. Can you give some example which is not in the textbook, please? Okay, good. Done. Okay, so done. Let's have the next one is carnivore. You can type in the chat. Awesome. Pig is an omnivore. Rabbit is a herbivore. So now I want an example of carnivore. 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 Okay, very good. Okay, so very good. crocodile is a carnivore, lion is a carnivore. Awesome. Okay, so we have an idea what's carnivore and omnivore. Let me show you a video of camouflage. These are very, very unique animals that they are very good in camouflaging. Hold on.
Disguise. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animals with amazing camouflage. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe. Number 10. Owls. As arguably one of the sharpest predators on the planet, these birds of prey rely on camouflage both for protection from other creatures.
So can you see, when you see far, the trees and the owl looks pretty much the same because it's like a little bit yellow, a little bit brown, a little bit white, just like the tree barks. And their eye you can hardly see. That's why they have such a small eye, so you can't really see much. Even that looks like the tree bark too.
But also to stay hidden from their targets. For example, the eastern screech owl's feathers give it the eerie ability to blend in.
And most often, majority of the time, animals that can camouflage are carnivore because they want to catch prey. So they have to camouflage so that the prey can't see them. So most of the time, the animals that can camouflage are carnivores.
Into the bark of trees, making it nearly impossible to see. On the other end of the spectrum, the snowy owl has bright white plumage, allowing it to remain hidden against the backdrop of snow. Owls around the world have adapted to their environments to become incredible camouflaged hunters, with their feather patterns varying from location to location. Number 9. The dead leaf butterfly. Also known as the oak leaf, this butterfly actually has...
Okay, this one is a very unique one because it's a butterfly that looks like just a leaf, right? So you can't tell. When it's on the flower, you can tell it's like a butterfly. But it's not on the flower, it's at the stalk. Can't really tell very well. But it's a very deadly animals, insects.
Has two different ways of camouflaging itself. With its wings open, it shows off an impressive array of colors as well as a pair of white oculi that look like they could be eyes, just in case it needs to scare off some predators. But
okay, you see, this is very unique. It has two dots, right? When you open it, it looks like an eye. Okay. So when a predator said, hey, what animal is it? Always when left and right got a thing, then they thought it's an eye. But actually, because it's so scared of other predators, that's why it has a wing, okay, which the pattern looks like an eye.
Just in case it needs to scare off some predators. But with its wings closed, the butterfly bears an uncanny resemblance to, you guessed it, a dead leaf. Capable of fooling most would-be predators, not to mention inattentive humans, the deadleaf butterfly blends flawlessly into the forest environments of tropical Asia and Japan. Number 8. The Wobbegong shark. Swimming in the waters around Indonesia and Australia, this tropical species dwells on the ocean floor. In fact,
can you see where's the shark over here?
Cannot.
You see, it looks like corals and everything, but actually it's a shark. Let me rewind a little bit.
I see it.
It's so hard to blend to it, right? But if you see carefully, this is the tail and this is the shark. If you don't see carefully, you're like, oh, I want to touch the corals. So when you're snorkeling, can you touch the corals? No, you don't know what you're touching, okay? It is an animal, not a plant. So this is a shark. But this shark is not the jaw shark. Not the type of shark, okay? This one is a different type of
the
shark.
ocean floor. In fact, their tendency to hug the ground has earned them the nickname carpet sharks. Blending in with the seabed,
So it looks like a carpet, so they call it carpet shark.
Wobbegongs await the perfect opportunity to snag passing fish, drawing prey in with their alluring tassels, which also help these odd sharks sense movement. Thanks to their coloring, they look like part of the scenery, even as you draw close to them, meaning that the Wobbegong can wait.
This one looks like a very pretty shark, right? Not a scary shark. But it is very scary because it does eat all the animals. So it looks pretty, then the animals will come over here, the fishes will go nearby there. Then it's like the moment you know, it's like, bye-bye, I'm pretty, I'm gonna eat you.
Wait until its prey is nearly on top of it before striking. This carpet-like camo makes them highly efficient hunters. Number 7, the underwing moth. The moth isn't exactly what we'd call a standout insect, but when stationary, this variety fails to stand out in the best way possible, at least from a survival standpoint. No, they're not exciting to look at, but the underwing moth, with its earthy brown and gray exterior set of wings, is easy to miss when at rest. Should a predator manage to identify them, however, the underwing will then reveal their second set of vibrant wings, which are sure to surprise and distract. Among the over 250 species of underwing moth, the hind wing coloring varies, but never fails to impress.
So when it closes the wing, it looks like, yeah, not nice, right? It's just like a stick. But when it opens, it's like, so pretty. Then after that, the predator also got a little bit blah blah. Then it's like, oh, then they can fly away. So it's to distract them. It's a distraction technique.
Number 6, the orchid mantis. Here's a
Okay, this is also called praying mantis, right? It's like a prey like that. Praying, always like a hand praying that. Okay,
It is.
but they call it as orchid mantis because this praying mantis is orchid color, which is not green but pink, white, red.
A tricky animal that survives through something called aggressive mimicry. You see, with its petal-like heart-shaped legs, the orchid mantis looks almost exactly like a flower. Given the fact that many insects have pretty small brains, the pink and white coloring works to the walking flower mantis.
Is it so pretty? Just look exactly like a flower. But this flower has eye. See? Ding, 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 ding over here. Alright, so this is called
Advantage. While scientists have long believed that this allows them to hide among similarly colored flowers, recent research suggests otherwise. It's possible the orchid mantis actually uses sensory exploitation to lure confused insects. In other words, this camouflaged creature doesn't need a flower for cover. Their coloring and behavior lure their prey regardless. Number 5, the reef stonefish. As the most venomous fish on the planet, this animal causes plenty of problems.
Okay, so that's why when we're snorkeling, we don't touch the thing on the ground. That's why we always try to float, we don't touch. Reason is because like this one look like a normal rock, right? But then, can you spot the eye over here? It's a fish. They're called stonefish because this look like a stone. And it's just like venom. Venom is the poison. Okay, so it has a venom that they can actually kill people or kill the animals or the fish.
Underwater, but it's their camouflage that reef stonefish rely on most. By blending in with coral and sand, they're almost impossible to detect. What's more, the reef stonefish can essentially inhale a passing fish instantly, but they just look like rocks, making.
So the funny part of this fish, they don't bite. They go like, they don't go like that. They go breathe like, they breathe, then the fish will go in, then done. Okay, they just breathed in the food. It's so funny.
Them incredibly dangerous to humans, especially since the reef stonefish can survive on land for up to a full day. They have no problem finding food on the ocean floor though, and have quite the defensive technique with the potent toxins found in their spines. Number 4, katydids. It's the katydid's mating call that earned them their common moniker, which is certainly easier to say than their scientific name, Tedygoniidae. When searching for food, these creatures prefer using patience and their leaf-like appearance to their advantage. They wait for their meals to come to them rather than pursuing their prey. Though some bugs use venom in tandem with their camouflage, a katydid instead uses its spine to essentially trap or penetrate its prey. Agile, well-disguised, and equipped with the tools to hold its victim once it finds them, the katydid may be an unassuming predator, but it's a formidable one nonetheless. Number 3, the mimic octopus. The abilities of the mimic octopus are almost otherworldly. As its name suggests, this animal is a true performance artist of the ocean. Mostly found near Indonesia, the mimic octopus wasn't officially discovered until 1998, which is a true testament to its camouflaging abilities. Not only do these animals impersonate others around them for protection and defensive purposes, they also change their physical form for aggressive hunting. They mystify researchers and have been recorded taking on the form and patterns of various sea dwellers, making the mimic octopus one of the more clever camouflaged animals in existence. Number 2, the chameleon. This is probably the most obvious selection on our list, as the word chameleon is now synonymous with the ability to change to suit one's surroundings. But the chameleon doesn't change colors just to protect itself. Communication and climate come into play as well. For example, some chameleons take on a darker form for warmth, but then might very well change color to announce themselves to fellow chameleons. And if the chameleon is wearing a darker color, you're probably safe, because that means it feels defeated. But watch out if the chameleon has changed to a bright color. That might mean it's feeling particularly aggressive. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1, the leaf-tailed gecko. Native to Madagascar, this creature is known by many names, including the bowing satanic leaf gecko and eyelash leaf-tailed gecko. And it's got quite the reputation, with good reason, given its ability to adapt to its habitat. For this animal, camouflage means everything. It's essential to its existence. But it's more than just a good disguise. The leaf-tailed gecko can camouflage itself so well, you might not be able to see it even after it's been pointed out to you. Creeping and crawling in the night, these nocturnal animals are as good at sneaking up on prey as they are at avoiding predators. Because to both, the fantastic leaf-tailed gecko looks like nothing more.
This is very, very special because even the eye, you can't tell it's an eye. Because all other animals, it's like you can camouflage, but you see the eye, you can still spot the difference. This one, you see the eye, it's like, whoa. I can't even tell where it's looking at.
More than a dead leaf.
Alright. Okay, so let's go back to today's topic.
I think the animals are lovely.
Ah, they can change themselves like whatever they want, right? Okay, so basically, yep, we have learned everything about the habitat, and it has different habitat different as well. Okay, so let's
Yellow.
sorry.
Your voice is not clear.
What do you say?
Voice not clear.
Oh, is my voice clear enough?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't pull it down. Okay, got it. Okay, so right. Okay, so let us play some games before we end the class. Let us play some game before we end the class. Okay, let me show you the game of today. Okay, today's is a little bit special because
I want to play.
today the game got sound. Okay, because today's game got sound. Okay, hold on. Let me try to turn it on for you first. Okay, so just for information, all the videos that we saw today, I got sent 3 links into your Google Classroom of what we have learned today. Okay, and let's play the game. Hooray! Animal and habitat.
I can't see your screen.
Okay, hold on. Sharing it. It's loading a little bit long. Okay, do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, do you hear the sound?
Unit 2,
Good.
page 20, lesson 5, activity 1. Games. Animal riddles. Where do these animals live?
Okay, so today We played mathematic riddles before, right? Then all of you, your head already cracked halfway, right? So today we're gonna play animal riddles. No more mathematic riddles. Riddles for your science too is like, oh my goodness, teacher, I never knew riddles can be in maths and also science. I always thought riddles is in English. So now you know. Okay, we did a mathematic riddle. Now we're gonna do the science riddles. Okay, listen carefully.
Live. The monkey lives in a hot, rainy habitat full of flowers and trees.
The monkey lives in the rainforest.
The condor lives near rocks and caves. This place is at high altitude, so it's cold.
The condor lives in the mountains.
The shark's habitat is wet and cold. There are plants and fish.
The shark lives in the ocean.
The lion's habitat is hot in summer and very dry in winter. In this place, there is yellow grass, but there aren't many trees.
The lion lives in the savannah.
The squirrel lives in a place with many trees, trunks and leaves. Summers are hot and winters are cold here.
You listen first. After listen already, then only play the game, okay?
Squirrel lives in the forest.
Okay, so just now it actually showed you which are all the animals where are they staying, okay? So now I want you to pay attention to what they say and then put into the correct column. So I'm not going to share the remote. All of you feel free to write onto the screen later wherever I play. Okay, like for example, let me show you an example, okay?
Unit 2. Pay animal riddles. Where do these animals live? The monkey lives in a hot, rainy habitat full of flowers and trees.
Okay, full of flowers and trees. Where do you think it is? Please use your annotate and start writing on the column. Okay, don't draw a line, it's too messy. Like this. Let me show you. Over here, you'll notice. Yes, that's right, Joanna. Write number 1 there. Write number 1 there. Good. Okay, so yes, monkey lives in the rainforest. So fast, you guys finish.
The monkey lives in the rainforest.
Awesome. Good job. Second one.
The condor lives near rocks and caves. This place is at high altitude, so it's cold.
Okay, so cold. Where is it? Very good. At the mountains. Over here too. Good.
The condor lives in the mountains.
The shark's habitat is wet and cold. There are plants and fish.
Okay, so very good. Basically wet obviously is at the sea. Can't go wrong. So it's in the ocean.
The shark lives in the ocean.
The lion's habitat is hot in summer and very dry in winter. In this place, there is yellow grass, but there aren't many trees.
So generally it's like safari, okay, which is savanna. It's pretty hot. Very good. Number 4, good job. Savanna.
The lion lives in the savannah.
The squirrel lives in a place with many trees, trunks and leaves. Summers are hot and winters are cold here.
All right. So the last one, as you guys guessed it right, number 5, it's at the forest. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the games. I'll send into the Google Classroom. So today, let me clear it off. Okay, today we have finished page 80. No. Oh no, we haven't do this yet. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Today I'll send you the. As we watched a little bit too much video today, so I'll send you the link of just now what we did as your homework. Tomorrow we'll continue with page 19. Okay. All right. That's all for today. Goodbye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you.